take that further? You've been here since the beginning.
I'm feeling good about it. Obviously, we had to take a few years off, and if we hadn't, we might be done by now. But I feel like the refocusing of the company and the adding of all the new people has really brought more longevity that might not have been there before. We used to do, in our first couple of years, what we did like 10 shows, and we were kind of like going like super fast. We might have burned out long ago if we hadn't started slowing down and really starting to develop each process and be more intentional about how we respected our own time. And it was also like the fire of youth that kind of had a hold of us. We really wanted to do these things, but I think now there's a lot more intention and a lot more respect for the process.
I came in late. I've only been involved with the company since 2017, which is, I'm bad at math. That's what, like 6 years, 7 years, 6 years.
Generally, it's really actually 4 because of the pandemic.
Right, because of the pandemic. Oh, yeah, that's right. A couple of years that we lost there. I feel good. I think that the plays that we have left are all masterpieces. So I'm tremendously excited to dive into them. I think that we're on track to be done by 2026, which means that we'll wrap up pretty much 20 years to the day from when the journey began. Which I...
How dare you?
I know, sorry. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, I'm excited. I fell in love with this company when I was still in college, and I found it at a time when I was frankly pretty ready to throw in the towel on a life in the creative arts. And it really helped me to relight the fire. It really helped me to reinvest in my love for Shakespeare. And it reminded me that Shakespeare's plays, no matter what, these plays encompass every possible genre and every possible, type of story, which I'm realizing is just genre again. But the common denominator for all of them is they are about community, all of them in some way or another. And they were all written for a very specific community of artists. And what I've always loved, first and foremost about the theater, and first and foremost about specifically the people that I've met doing classical theater, is the fact that they're my family. I've built a wonderful, wonderful community for myself through pursuing a life in the creative arts. And I think the Porters have always exemplified that. That's always been the aspect of the company that has excited me the most and that I've respected the most. And which is not to say that I don't respect the work, because it is excellent. But I think the Porters' investment in community and investment in people elevates the work immensely, especially this work. So I feel good, and I feel like as long as we can stick to that North Star, we're gonna be in pretty good shape. Personally, I'm very much looking forward to the Henry Fours. I think that those are going to be those are plays that the company has been talking about with misty eyes ever since I joined back in 2017, and they are coming up sooner than you might think. And I think they have always been. I feel like the beating heart of the Porters have always
holding for bus,
holding for Taco Bell. The beating heart of the Porters have always been encapsulated in the Henry Fours. And I think that we're just going to knock those out of the park. So I'm really, really looking forward to those. You?
Pretty much the same. Also, every company has done it to death, but I would love to see our take on Midsummer Night's Dream. We're basically saving it for the end, but...
it will be the last one.
Yeah. And Antony and Cleopatra I'm also looking forward to as well.